So, good morning, students. Today we are going to start our this new chapter. It is microorganisms, friends and foe. Means microorganisms and how these are useful and how these are harmful for us. So in this chapter, we will discuss all these things in detail. The first question is that arises is what are microorganisms? So, as the name suggests, that microorganisms are it is made up of two terms. It is the micro. Micro means that is very minute, very small, very minute, and organisms. Organisms means that is living organisms. Okay. So it is made up of these two, means that is the organisms that are very, very small or too small that it cannot be seen by this naked eyes. So these organisms are called as this microorganisms. Okay, these are called this microorganisms, means the organisms that cannot be seen through this naked eyes. These are called this microorganisms. Okay. So I hope this term is clear. What are microorganisms? For that, in this chapter, there are two certain activities that we have to discuss. Like this first activity, it is written: collect some water in a beaker from a nearby pond. Means you have to visit a pond and you have to collect the water from there. Then you will find some soil and some organisms like insect and larvae sticking to the cloth. Then filter the water collected after passing through the cloth fairly clean. Now let us examine the water by putting a drop of water on a glass and look through microscope. This is very important term. This microscope. What are microscopes? So microscopes are the instruments that has very high magnifying power. Means magnifying power means they can enlarge the actual structure of the substance or organism. We'll discuss this thing microorganisms, this microscopes later. So microscopes, when we will observe this pond water with the help of this microscope, then what do we observe? We will see many small organisms, small organisms that will be seen in this water. Suppose this is a glass of water. So normally this water will look clean, but when we will take this one drop of water under microscope, then we can see this drop of water will contain number of small organisms that was not visible with this naked eyes, but under this microscope these are visible. So these organisms could not be seen with this naked eyes, and that's why these are called as microorganisms. Now it is clear what are microorganisms. Organisms that cannot be seen with this naked eyes, these are called as microorganisms. Why these are not visible? So they are very, very small in size. That's why they are not visible to us with this naked eyes. So next activity 2.2, thoroughly moisten a piece of bread with water. Keep the bread in air for a day or two. We'll take a bread soaked in water and we will keep it into atmosphere for 1 or 2 days. Then keep the piece of bread for 3 to 4 more days in a warm place. And after that we will keep this bread in warm place. What will happen after 4 or 5 days? Then you will find that the bread gets covered with grayish white patches. That is very common thing in our homes also. If we will keep these breads not stored in a refrigerator, then what will happen after 4 or 5 days on this piece of bread? It forms this patches. grayish or greenish patches. So you will see teeny black rounded structure growing on this long stalk from the bread, and these are the organisms that start to grow on this piece of bread. So on the basis of that, we can conclude that these are the organisms that are started to grow on this piece of bread, or that the organisms that are present in this pond water. Okay, since these organisms are very small, that are not visible with this naked eyes, that's why we will call them as a microorganism. So these activities point out the one conclusion, that the water, air, and the soil around us are full of living organisms. Like we have seen in this water, there are organisms on this bread, means that is in the air, that was in the air, and that has grown on this piece of bread, and in this soil also. Everywhere on our earth, these millions of small organisms are found, and these organisms are very small and are not visible by this naked eyes, and these are very small. In our air, in our atmosphere, we can also see that there are different number of small organisms are there that are not visible by this naked eyes. So these are called this microorganisms. Okay. So how these are discovered? You can see there is a great scientist known as this Leeuwenhoek. Antonio Leeuwenhoek. He discovered, one of his great discovery was the discovery of this simple microscope. He discovered this simple microscope whose and that what is microscope? That magnifies this small objects, means it make it larger. If you will see through this microscope, it will look very large. So the microscope that was discovered by Antonio Leeuwenhoek, it was this simple microscope, and it can magnify the objects almost 300 times than its original structure. Means it can magnify the object up to 300 times. So this was very great discovery, because when he discovered this microscope, so he started to observe these things under this microscope. So here it is written, in fact, 300 years ago, a Dutch storekeeper, Antonio van Leeuwenhoek, and discovered the new world. He found this new world all around him, his native city of Delft. The world has discovered was the world of living creatures, where but are too small to be seen with this naked eyes. Means he discovered with this all his experiments and all his discoveries, there are number of small organisms present around us. And how it has possible? By discovering this microscope. So he discovered all these things, and he is called that the scientist known for the discovery of these microorganisms. Okay, so this was the contribution of this scientist. Okay, so such tiny organisms found all around us, floating in air, in water, moving around in the soil or in the plants, inside our bodies, those are animals. Some cause disease and these are called as germs. So here one term that we got is the germs. Germs, or it is also known as pathogens. Pathogens or germs are the small microorganisms, but they cause the diseases. These are called this diseases. Okay. So now it can be asked, what are germs? So germs are disease causing microorganisms. Okay. Then today the scientists call these small livings as microscopes or microorganisms. Microorganisms are too small to be seen without the aid of magnifying glass or microscopes. Means they cannot be seen without microscopes. So the scientists who study the microorganisms are called microbiologists. Okay, scientists who study about these microorganisms are called this microbiologist, and the field of study is called microbiology. Okay, so students, here in this today's class we have discussed some main points. What are these conclusions that we may conclude today? That the first thing, key in our surrounding, either in air, in water, or in soil, there are millions of organisms are there, and these are called microorganisms. Why? Because these organisms are too small that they are not visible with this naked eyes. That's why these are called this microorganisms. Means these microorganisms are present in everywhere, air, water, and soil, and everywhere in our surrounding. These are millions in numbers. These are called as microorganisms. Why? Because they are too small to be seen with this naked eyes. Okay. What else? That who discovered this microorganisms? It is Antony Leeuwenhoek. Why? Because he discovered this simple microscope. Antony van Leeuwenhoek discovered this simple microscope, and it can magnify these microorganisms, and it is visible to all. Okay. Next thing that we have discussed about this germs. Germs are what? These are the microorganisms that are present in our surrounding, and these cause the different diseases. So these diseases causing microorganisms are called as germs. Then we have discussed about this microorganisms and microscopes, and the branch of the science in which these that we study about these microorganisms is called this microbiology. It is called this microbiology, the science in which we discuss about these microorganisms, or we study about these microorganisms, or it is called this microbiology. And the scientists who study these microorganisms are called as microbiologist. These are called this microbiologist. Okay, students. So this is the introduction of these microorganisms, their location, and how these are discovered, and the branch of science in which that we study about them. Students, tomorrow we will discuss about